I thought this was supposed to be about stocks. Where?
Tickety tick tock, what's up, y'all? I'm back. Still wearing the fake Rolex, still living in my mom's house, still got the cluttered desk, and still the reversals are working. First day back trading. And guess what? After all the bashing on the UVXY, it was the trade of the day. That's right. Welcome back. We're still chilling in the room. If you guys want to come back and start hanging with us, like I said, if you guys want to witness the magistry and I don't even know the words. I don't have the words for it. But to appreciate the master, you have to see me in full motherfucking physec. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped back into the world of trading today for the first moment, and I'm thinking, all right, well, if we break blah, 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 all right, we're buying the UVXY and we're shorting the Qs. Right back to the same old thing that was working before I left, and suddenly a rocket explodes on the CNBC, looking to short the Tesla. I'm not saying I did it, but that's how easy it was. So next thing you know, there's 3 trades already worked. I have no idea what I am doing. But good to see everybody still thinking that the market's going to crash. Wait a second. Oh, August, it's over. You missed it. Just because we had 2 volatile Augusts last year and the year before doesn't make it a trend. We had, I think it was the Asian contagion or the Ebola. I forgot what it was because it didn't matter. But we had a really volatile August where the UVXY spiked up 300% last year, and everybody thought it was going to happen again. Now, I'm not saying that you don't want to be looking to buy UVXY. I want to make this perfectly clear. We're looking to buy it. I was looking to buy it today. But why not just wait for it to give you the buying signal, then buy it, make a little money on it, put a stop on it, get stopped out at 2050 and 2045, and so forth and so on. And I don't even know where it is right now, but I'm sure it's under 2045. It's right back to 2006. Guess what I'm going to say? Oh, under the VWAP. So now, rinse and repeat. Jobs numbers come out tomorrow, whatever the case, volatility will spike and then volatility will come right back down. But what UVXY does for us, friends, and I'm going to, let you in on another really big secret of mine. 3 days UVXY green, you must be looking to short the market. I don't know, maybe I mentioned that a couple hundred times. It's really not really much of a secret, is it? But if this piece of shit product that we've been talking about for 5 years now can actually have a 3-day rally, and I'm talking about a rally where it's trending up, meaning fear is actually generating and building and sustaining itself, you must be afraid of this market. And I've got some levels on the Qs that we're definitely in a downtrend. Sold all our stocks between the days we sold all. I don't know if you know this or not, but the people that matters know that we've been selling everything. We got out of AMD close to 8. We sold BlackBerry at the highs. We got out of Groupon near the highs. We sold the Qs. What's up? 117.55. Pretty good. I mean, they're only down $1. We even sold the SVXY the other day. I mean, the AMD getting out at that one. The FEYE selling the stock. We got some lotto tickets, yeah. But the only thing we got on right now is naked puts on Alcoa. I got naked puts on Bank of America. I got naked puts on Bank of America. Oh, sorry, and I got Alibaba calls for January, the 115s. That's it. That's it. We dumped all of our stocks. Remember I had 26 positions on the other day? I mean, not the other day, but it was like 3 weeks ago. And I basically, I'm getting some choppy audio in there. It's probably because I'm using the microphone for 2 different applications at the same time. So next time I'll just use the other mic. See, I'm going freehand. I wanted to be free so I could use my hands. But anyway, that's enough about stocks for this second, because what I learned about myself on this trip is that I am an entertainer. Maybe you haven't realized. I was a stand-up comic before I got into this nonsense. I also used to dance for DJs, getting people out of their seats to make sure the party was going. So when I hit this cruise, the old Kenny Glick came back in full force, drinking, getting people have a good time. Everybody on this cruise knew me. After the second night, a lot of people knew me that I didn't know, which made me think that I might have done something a little bit out of control, because everyone was telling, your husband's nuts. If my wife would have heard, your husband's nuts one more time, we might have actually started having a fight. But she knows how I rock it on a cruise. I become the cruise director. People were asking me if I wanted a job. And I was like, nah, if you want to pay me to hang out with you for 5 days, sure. But I don't want to do this for 8 months of my life away from my wife and family. Even though, after like a month, I'd probably be sick of it. But I love to dance. I love to drink. And I love to get people drunk and high. What does a cruise director do? So I was the king. And you know what? The best thing about dance, you think mathematics is the language of the world? Dance is the language of love. Because I could break it down. And no one expects a 45-year-old Jewish bald man to go on the dance floor and fuck shit up the way that I do. Like, I fuck shit up like any song comes on, I've got to move for it. You want to bang out some Rasta? Boom. You want to bang out some new hip hop? Okay, I'll dance to the Drake. But after you play Drake 4 or 5 times, I got to get off the dance floor because I hate the Drake, but I will give it. And if I hear 50 cents in the club one more time, because those DJs on the cruise ships, they just, they know what they know. They play what they do. I'm telling them, can you give me some Girl I'll House You? How about some Rob Bass? You ever hear of Run DMC maybe? How about some Native Love? Girl I'll House You? This guy's staring right at me. Not even flinching. I'm like, are you even hearing the words that I'm saying? I was like, do you realize who I am? I'll take this party and we'll go to the Irish bar where there's nobody at and we'll sit there to spite you. Put on my shit. I started a revolt. I took like 20 people off the dance floor and we just like conga lined out of the club because they wouldn't put my music on. It was hilarious. But we came back because there was nowhere else to go in the boats. But how many times can I hear 50 cents in the club where Drake's something about a Hennessy in his hand? It's the same freaking shit every day. I mean, I don't know how the cruise people do it because they got to hear that stuff every day for 8 months. It's unbelievable. But that's what I was good at. We didn't talk about stocks or the economy, or we didn't even talk politics. We just stayed lit and had a freaking blast. Just at the last day, we finally started talking about stocks. And I met a couple of people who are actually, well, they say they're influential in the stock market, but we'll see how that all pans out. If you want more information on that, and you know who I'm talking about, I hope your picks work out, my friend. I sure hope they do, because I've told a few people about them. You know who I'm talking about. And I met a lot of young girls. Now, younger to the point where I could have been their dad. Some of these girls, I think I could have been their grandfather. But on the dance floor, anything goes. Or until my wife shows up and sees me on the dance floor, then nothing goes. But as long as my wife was sleeping by 10:30, and that was a big night out for her, 10:30, the club stayed open until 3 in the morning. I'm in there ripping shit up till 3, until the guy turned the volume down and put the lights on. I'm there with a drink. If I had glow sticks, I would have been busting those things out. Anyway, but awesome time. I made it, and I learned a lot about myself, that I could still rock. And the real way to make it through a night of drinking is throw the 1 glass of water in there for every 3 drinks that you have. Now, I'm convinced, I know for a fact that drinks were watered down. No human being can have 24 vodkas on the rocks from 7 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody could drink 24. I counted. I had 24 on, I think it was Thursday night. Nobody. But to survive, you got to have at least, put those 3 huge cups of water in there. Maybe put an Excedrin in there also. Boom. You're good for the night. You got to drink the water. You got to stay hydrated. Don't be a sloppy drunk and be, pounding 3 beverages and puking in the corner and having to go back to the room, because I saw that. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be this guy. And I remember these young girls like, what? Oh, you drinking water? I'm like, baby, I'm a professional. I know exactly what I need at the exact same time, every time, and I do it over and over again. You wish you can rock like me. And they were like, you're right. We wish we could rock like you can. And I know, I had some funky-ass slippers on one night, and they made fun of them. But you know what? I've been rocking the same clothes since 1987. They have a right to make fun of my sandals. They thought they were trying to, a couple of girls, they're like, oh, who are you talking? Look at those shoes. I'm like, yeah, look at these shoes. So I threw them across the entire dance floor and I started dancing without shoes on. Next thing you know, they were rocking my shit too. Oh! So it was a good time. It was a good time. I got shoes older than some of the people in my chat room, apparently. This shirt, it's a decade old. What do I need to buy clothes for, right? Who needs clothes? I was rocking my I don't know, I think I had this shirt probably when I went to California. Gotta be from 1992. Still rocking that one with the California scene on it. But anyway, it was an awesome time. Awesome time. And of course, I laid out my 10 points for Kenny Glick for president. So it's legit now, people. It's legit. I'm going to run for president. I'm going to probably put my paperwork in for mayor of my town just to get the ball rolling. I don't even know if I'm going to run for mayor of my town. I think I'm going to go right to president. I need 15,000 signatures on a petition to get my name officially on the ballot. I'm not running this time, but after the shit show that we've just witnessed over the last 6 or 7 months into Clinton versus Trump, which is, I mean, come on. You almost want to leave the country, right? Kaepernick, you listening? If you don't like the country, bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. You can give me your salary from last year. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, I'm all for protesting, you know that, right? But why don't, if I had $20 million, whatever the guy has, and he made all this money from America, go build a school and shut up. Put your name on a school somewhere and go help people instead of just, we get it. We get it. I know what you were trying to do, but I think you went about it a little bit wrong. You know what? And now it's got that negative connotation to it. So no matter what he does now, it's not gonna gel with most people. But I appreciate what he's trying to do because this country's all fucked up. Look at the 2 people running for president. It's my time. It's my time. I dance, I drink, and I'm gonna be the greatest politician since this Wiener guy. Because I don't care about what this dude does. He's a narcissistic lunatic. But you know what? That dude would have made a good president. That guy would have been somebody. If not for putting all his dick pics on the internet. And that's what I'm thinking about these Hillary Clinton emails. Maybe she was just sending crock shots to her people. And that's why she doesn't want anybody to see them. Right? Everybody's thinking that she did some crazy shit like espionage or she's sending Russians some launch codes. Maybe she's out there. Woo! She's taking that nasty shots of herself, putting them on the emails and sending them to her boyfriends. What do we know, right? Maybe that's why. Do we need to know about everybody's everything? With Trump, you want to know because this is a guy who's priding himself on how awesome he is and his money management and skills as an entrepreneur. I'd be waving my tax returns in people's faces if all that was true. But the reason he's not showing his tax returns is because he's a fraud. Oh, he probably made $0 last year. They'll have to see all his bankruptcies over the last decade. The dude's a fraud. Or why not just put up? I would have had that shit tattooed on my back. That's what I made. What's up? That's what I made in 2015, 2014. Bottom line right there. But he's got to be, giving us reasons why he doesn't have to show us. He's the only presidential nominee in the history of America that hasn't shown it. What's that telling us? He's a fraud, but we got no other choice because we got Hillary Clinton over there on the other side. So that's why at this point, there's only one logical solution. It's this guy. It's time for the Jew. We got the black guy. We're probably going to have the woman. Who's next? It's me. Or we might have an orange guy for president, for God's sakes. Then it's definitely time for me. So we got the black guy, the orange guy. Now it's time for the Jew. Because I have sensible policies and I'm going to be addressing them for the next 4 years on welfare, on taxes, on the Muslim problem, on the immigration problem, everything. Healthcare. I mean, I have it all laid out and I'm being completely serious, even though most of the stuff I do on YouTube is tongue-in-cheek. Also, you guys on YouTube, man, can you stop calling for a stock market crash? Why not just trade it like we did today? Trade it. trade it. By the way, I'm done saying the market's never going down ever again. I'm done saying that. Because from this point on, anything that I do, if you come to the room, I will show you what I'm doing. So none of this rhetoric. None of this. Today's trade was UVXY. Buy it when it goes green. It went up to 2072. Put a stop on it, the half number, and right below the half number, boom, and that was it. And the QQQ short. So from this day on, you want to know exactly what's going on? You gotta be in the room. No more. Market never goes up, market never goes down. I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening, and I'm going to try to do more videos. But I need you to watch the videos 15 times each because I'm sick and tired of Greg Manascarino or Manarino or Manarino or...
How can you make fun of the guy? You can't even pronounce his name right, you idiot.
My favorite, thank you for that comment, by the way, on YouTube. That's my favorite comment of all time. I'm an idiot because I don't know the guy's name. I'm making fun of him. I don't give a shit what his name is. And it's not even Greg that I'm making fun of. It's the Greg Hunters. It's the doom porn. It's the guys that said,
you're going to get your comeuppance in August because August is going to get you.
Is it? Did it? Will it? Looks like August is come and gone.
Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it in September. Wait till this volatility comes back.
Will it? When? Let me know. Let me know the next time I buy UVXY and don't get stopped out of it. But guess what about the UVXY? Oh, I hear them yelling in the distance. No! No! Why did I put a stop on it? Where's it now? Looks like it's at $19.80. Where did we sell it, kids? Oh, 2050 and 2045 because we use stops because we know that it's a win-win. Either you get stopped out of a profit or you hang on to it and it keeps on going. Or you get stopped out and you're happy about it. It's a win-win-win. Never own it. Trade it. Just remember those phrases. Never own it, trade it. There are stocks to own, but let me bring it back to idiot comments on YouTube because there was another one. Oh, the best one. How could I call this market a bull market when you got stocks like VRX down from 284 to 20 and FEYE from 90 to 15? You've never seen stocks go down in a bull market? Not every stock could go up. What's your point? There have been bankruptcies while the market's gone up. Remember here, Bethlehem Steel? America survived. Bethlehem Steel went out of business. They were a Dow Jones company. How about Woolworths? Remember Enron? WorldCom? We're allowed to have shitty companies in this world and have stocks go down while the rest of the market goes up? Come on, man. You got to know better than that. But by the way, I want to put this out there because we're going to start taking things a little bit more serious after Labor Day, obviously. Today was a pretty good day. It's a nice day to be back. How'd you do in Lehman Brothers also, right? Bear Stearns, yeah. Market seems to have shrugged those off too. Oh, remember Lehman?
Oh, I thought the whole financial sector was going to crash.
And again, let me just express this point one more time. I am a bear, but I'm a realistic bear. I see what's happening. We've lost the fight. We will fight again, and we may win, but you cannot fight a losing battle continuously without unlimited funds. And I know most of you bitches out there don't have unlimited funds. I don't. I certainly don't. And I'm sure, not to toot my own horn, but between me and my little consortium of people, I'm sure that we've got a little bit more patience and money than most of you guys out there, and we're not short in the market because we've learned our lesson from March of 2012 when we took the biggest beat down I have taken probably ever. I've never lost that much money. Nah, that's not true. When I thought the market had bottomed in like 2002, I started buying all these $30 stocks that were down from 300-400 and they all went to zero. That sucked too. But March of 2012, I thought the market had seen like a little bit of a top, I think it was. and I was making some nice money on a huge position on the Q short, and it all went horribly wrong. And I learned my lesson. I will not fight what is blatantly apparent, that whatever that is, call it the government, the Illuminati, the Matrix, whatever it is, it's holding this market together. And I appreciate it that you think that one day
it's gonna get you.
Let's hope it doesn't happen on a Sunday evening and we walk in with the Dow futures down 1,000 and the NASDAQ futures down 480 and the S&P futures down whatever and the VIX is up to 400%. Let's just hope it doesn't happen in cyberspace, because I'll be right there with you, buddy. I'll have the fucking turban on. I'll even paint my face brown. Not that I could get more brown than this gorgeous tan that I have on right now. Death to America. We'll be shorting the shit out of everything. I'll be with you. But don't be telling me that you're shorting this market. And don't tell me that I'm going to be able to buy SPXY at 60 sometime in the month of August and I'm going to get my comeuppance. My comeuppance? Come on. Now, I want you to admit defeat. You lost money on your August SVXY puts. Admit it and move on. It's just a trade. But don't be bashing me and all you people that buying UVXY and shorting the Qs all this time, talking about how I'm going to get my comeuppance. There's no way you possibly could have made money up until when I sold out of my Qs at 117.50 area. And that's it. And you got $1 out of it. Woo! Market's real weak. But there will be a time, I agree. Maybe sometime in the year 2018. That will have a prolonged market where every rally is being sold into. Because there's no denying what's going on here. Every rally is being sold into. And the UVXY is showing signs of life. But that's all it is. That's how a choppy sideways market goes. We sell off, we catch a bid, and then we go somewhere in the middle, and all the while UVXY generally dies in the middle of the day and then stays dead. Now, I don't know how long this video's gone, 22 minutes already. So we talked about dancing and how I could drink most of you guys under the table. There's only one person on earth that could do more than me, and that's because he's not married. And, he has got officially nothing else to do. I have, in the back of my mind, I always say, oh shit, I have to get up and go to Cape Canaveral in 6 hours. And then reality sets in that I've got to be walking around in a sweat box looking at rockets. And I love rockets, but I tell you that morning, did not want to go see rockets, all right? And I did not want to get off and go to the straw hat market in the Bahamas that morning either. Because if you haven't been to the straw hat market in the Bahamas, if it's 80 degrees outside, it's 120 degrees in there. And I love how they start, you want to buy this hat? It starts at $40, and the guy's like, just give me $5 for it. I was like, wow. You went from 40 to 5 in like 7 minutes, guy. Oh, by the way, to the fake Rolex guy, not only is it fake, but what I'm doing tonight is I'm taking my fake Rolex and I'm putting a fake blue band with the Roman numerals on it. So next week when I show it to you, it'll be another fake Rolex that I have, guy. Because I'm so proud of I have one watch, and the guy wants to say how I'm wearing a fake watch. Have you ever seen me wear a watch ever? I hate watches. I hate jewelry. I don't wear stuff. I'm a hippie bastard. My wife bought this for me when we got married. You know, it busted me on my watch, but I am getting a new face for my 15th anniversary. 16th anniversary, for the love of God. I've been married that long. What year is this? Yes. She's buying me a new blue face for our 16th anniversary, or maybe it's 15th. 15th anniversary. Right. Let me get that right before she gets home. All right, y'all. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I feel bad for you guys that didn't get stopped out of the UVXY because you're so smart. You know so much about the market that you don't need any advice. You don't want to take any advice, but bash the guy that's been doing this for 20 years and I bought a boat trading this piece of shit. It's a small boat, but it's better than not having a boat, right? And of course, the only thing you can bash on me, or bash me on, is that I'm not trading legitimately bigger size. But I have found my happy place. and you can't take me from it. I like this place that I'm at, helping people, making a little bit of money. Sure, I wish I would have beat the shit out of this UVXY when it broke $20.10. But you know what? I'm not going to say I shorted it, but I did get stopped out of the long at $20.50. It's down $1 now. Learn something for once. For God's sakes, instead of sitting there posting shit on StockTwits every 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, if I haven't told you the ratio, I figured out how to figure out frauds on StockTwits and Twitter. If you have a 50-to-1 multiple on posts to followers, not only are you a fraud, you're a schmuck. That's a Jewish word for dick. You're a schmuck. This dude's posting every 3 minutes like he's doing something. If you're posting that much, you couldn't possibly be doing anything else. All right? And I know the guy that said, if I was so successful, how could you make YouTube videos on YouTube? Bro, I could take a half hour out of my life while I'm talking to my guys and press another button to film it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And on that note, that's the end of this video. Nice to see you all back. I hope you hang out with me going into the end of the year. I think I could show you a little bit of something one way or the other, and I think you're going to be able to make money. And remember, the next trade I do, just ask me. I will show it to you. I will email it to you. How about that? And I'll give you my wife's maiden name and my credit card numbers, and I'll just let you come over to my house and sleep with me, if that's what you're into, because the way some of you guys send me emails, I think you're in love. I think you just like me to like me. And that's all right for a price. You know, if you're clean shaven and it's dark, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying, kid? You know what I'm talking about. How you doing?